Morning, guys. It's Friday, November 15th, 3 a.m. in the morning, and we're over here in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. 37 degrees this morning in Tennessee. Big A at the helm over there, getting us on down the highway. We'll be up there in Wellston, Ohio this morning, about 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning. Drop this thing. It's a drop as soon as we can get it there. And grab something else, see where we go. So I was going to test A this weekend, or Monday, I should say. But I think what we discussed yesterday is we're just going to wait another week. So A will be with me for another week, and then I'll take him up there on the 23rd or 24th, get some pad time in, and then we'll test then. That way, gets a little more driving time underneath his belt. I'm going home for Thanksgiving on the 28th, and that way A can test out and go to the house as well if he wants to take a day or so off. The problem with that is my fleet manager is about a non-communicational individual. And so everybody's good with it except trying to get him to get on board with it. So I already talked to the training department that they're good with it, and so that's what we're going to do. If it's something that's pretty simple, he's got to make it difficult, that's for sure. So, anyway, that's what we plan on doing anyway. And then, like I said, test him out the following week. Then I'll just go on home, and Big A can go do whatever he's going to do. Come back after Thanksgiving, ready to hit it. Hope everybody's been doing all right. Sorry I didn't make a video yesterday. Got wrapped up in the day and just didn't get one done. I went to bed early last night. We stopped over there in I can't think what the name of the town is now. Stopped, ate Denny's last night. I did anyway. Big A got up at midnight to go in there and eat Denny's because he knew I'd leave about 2 o'clock in the morning. So he got up at midnight to go eat Denny's. He's all in the works of this 14-pound deal just for a little bit of Chinese food and $10. I'm telling you, if I could get him to drive the truck for some Chinese food and $10, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd have me a working machine right there as hard as he's trying to get this 14 pounds off for this a little bit of Chinese food in a 10 spot. Anybody want to hire A? He works cheap. Chinese food in a 10 spot. Is that right, A?
That's not the main reason. One reason is my weight's better than yours.
He thinks he's because he lost 14 pounds. He ain't lost it yet. The scale's been off, so we got to see what's going on. I don't know. It said 325 the other day, and then the other one said 314, which we know that's not right because nobody's gonna lose 9 pounds in a day. So we got to find an accurate scale and get this deal done. Anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. It's Friday. We made it another week. Not that it matters to us drivers out here on the road. But if you're out here on the road, just stay safe and hopefully have a good day. We'll come back at you here in just a little bit if all goes as planned. What's going on, guys? Made it back over here to Jeffersonville, Ohio. We dropped the load over in Wellston, picked back up at Wellston. Got a load going over to West Memphis, Arkansas for Sunday morning. And hopefully fleet manager will have something lined up. That way we can get another load for payroll. Let's hope. So I got a little confession here, real quick. I wasn't going to say nothing, but I'm going to tell y'all. I went in there and ate this chicken sandwich from Popeyes. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know why in the hell people are killing for this sandwich, because it ain't that good. So I'm grabbing this thing, man. That some buck shoots out the bottom, or you push it back up in there and hold it, and the sucker shoot out the top like it's a live chicken still, man. I don't know why people killing over this sandwich, because it ain't that great. And I'm going to tell you another thing Popeyes needs to remedy around here. You know them suckers ain't got no cheese? I told him, I said, hey, can you put cheese on that? She said, we don't have cheese. I didn't know they didn't have cheese. Why would you not have cheese in a place like that? That would make that sandwich a lot better if you put cheese on it. So, that sandwich at best is mediocre. It's not great. It's not superb. I think it's way overhyped. But yet I seen on the news where folks are stabbing folks over this chicken sandwich, and I'm not getting it, because if now that I've ate one of them, I would say, here, you can have it. It's not. That's how good it is. It's not good. It's average. Chip Popeyes. Quit trying to lie to folks like y'all putting crack in this thing or something. People killing people for these chicken sandwiches that are mediocre at best. Anyway, so now that that's out of the way and I confessed about my chicken sandwich eating deal, let's get on to bigger and better things. So we're going to be down there in West Memphis, Arkansas on Sunday, like I said. We got 560 miles to go. No big deal. Big A is going to be at the helm and knock this deal out tomorrow. I'm real pleased with the way training's going with him. We've decided, like I said earlier on the video, to test the following week. That way it'll give him a little bit more time to get the things that he needs, more time for the pre-trip, more time for the everything that he needs as far as the driving wise goes, so that when we go into the terminal there, we can focus on nothing but the backing and the in-cab air brake. That's all we need to be able to work on. We shouldn't have to go over the pre-trip or anything like that, because A's had plenty of time that he'll have that, which he's got most of it now, and he'll have plenty of driving time miles wise to where he is comfortable with that. There's a few little things that he needs to work on as far as turns, certain turns, not all turns, just certain turns. That once we tighten that up and that aspect of it up, man, he's going to be golden. As far as driving down the road, superb. Does a real good job. The other thing that we need to work on, and he's getting better at, is making sure that he's looking far enough ahead. And people don't realize that because you drive a car at home. And so lane changes and looking far ahead is something that you don't think of while you're in your car at home, because when you're at home, you change lanes, you just tink, tink, tink on the blinker and go over, real quick. You've got to understand with this, you need to keep the blinker on until you're fully in your other lane, because you've got 70 plus feet to get over in the other lane. People can't read your mind, so you need to make sure you keep your blinker on to let them know, you just can't assume like a car, you got a little space, bam, I can get in there real quick. And the looking far ahead, that just comes with time as well. Like when we were driving today, I said, where are you looking and where I'm looking are two different things. I'm looking way up there, a guy going around the corner way up there, and he's not looking that far. So just getting him used to, in the habit of doing that. And the reason being of that is because when you're looking that far ahead, you can see everything. You're analyzing everything back to the truck. And so the further that you're looking ahead, if somebody's hitting the brakes up there far ahead and you start seeing people hit the brakes, you've got time to slow down instead of rushing right up there getting in the mix of everything. And he's understanding that now, and he's had some situations happen with other people where you know, we're making a turn, and we just had one just a little bit ago. We're making a left-hand turn to come into this place here, to come up to the light. And as soon as we make a left-hand turn, the lady goes completely in the other lane of traffic to go around him on the left-hand side. You know, now had he not been paying attention, you know, and had we hit that lady, God forbid, had we hit that lady, it would have looked like it was our fault, like we come over into her lane and hit her. When in all actuality, we were in the lane that we needed to be in, and she decided to go around and come back in. So he's seeing some different things that are important as far as some of the things that we've talked about. You know, just like when you're driving, you see somebody on the side of the road, you know, getting over. Well, if you're looking far enough ahead, you can see it, and you've got time to get over, you know. So he's understanding what I'm talking about now, because he's starting to see the different things, you know, and that's good, because he's aware of everything that's going on as far as that goes. Just like this right here. We're just sitting here, I'm making this video right here. This guy just drives right behind this other guy backing up. No more paying attention, you know. Just drives behind him, keeps going like it's no big deal. So when you're driving one of these, you've got to be your eyes and ears plus their eyes and ears, because they're not looking out for you. You have to be looking out for yourself and for the other vehicles as well. So all in all, though, A's doing real good with everything, and I'm pleased with the way that with things are going. I'm gonna let you ask A, though. A, how do you think training's going, as far as your standpoint of it, on what you're learning, how you're learning, and things like that?
I think training is going real good, man. To those out there, still having trouble with my back. To those out there that are interested, one word that I can emphasize, that Chad emphasizes to me a lot, is perception. You know, you can't see it as just a regular job, because it's not a regular job. You know, people look at truck drivers like he told me day one. People look at truck drivers and say, oh, they just sitting there driving. That's all they're doing. No, because like he said, that main point about being able to see the highway that you're on, and not only see the highway, see the cars, them 50 feet out, around corners and stuff, being able to see that before you get there. You know, we talking 5-10 minutes before you get there is a big help. And without him helping me with that, you know, I still would have the same viewpoint of a truck driver, you know, driving. I never saw him as just driving, but at the same time, I didn't think it was that deep, you know, as far as the understanding of them actually driving for themselves and others out here as well.
It's a lot different when you're in your car versus in the truck, right?
Big difference. Big difference. Because just like he said, you know, you're in a car, you can make a move. The time frame is totally different. You're in the car, you see something, you can take time to adjust. Big trucks can't do it. They gotta see it way ahead of time. Got to. You've seen videos online of bad accidents and stuff like that. Chad here, not bragging on him again, but you know, he got top performer of the month, and he did that with, like he said, experience and safety. Him understanding what's going on out here. He's trying to make it back home to his family, just like people. Well, some people in their cars, the ones that's driving crazy. I don't understand that at all. You can't play chicken with a truck. And some of them, just like that car that went around me earlier, some of them obviously not thinking when they out here making moves. Cause man, that was crazy. If I wasn't looking at my mirror, I could have easily ran that lady right off the road. Easy.
And that comes to another point. My arm's getting tired there. That comes to another point as far as looking in your mirrors. So this whole time that A's been on the truck with me, I constantly preach to him, watch your mirrors, watch your mirrors, watch your mirrors, watch your mirrors. I'm all the time saying that to him, watch your mirrors, watch your mirrors. Now, because of what just happened earlier, he knows why I'm constantly telling him, watch your mirrors. That's your only line of defense. We don't have a rear view mirror in here. You know, so you've got to rely on your mirrors and what's in front of you there. And so that constantly saying that to him when we're making turns and doing stuff, make sure you follow through, watch your mirrors, watch your mirrors, watch your mirrors. And everybody does it differently, I'm sure. The way that I do it is, I want him to be looking on the mirror, looking up, just kind of glancing back and forth to follow through until we're completely out of the turn. Because you never know, just like that lady today, sneak up there, had A, not have been watching, he could have very easily sideswiped this lady. And it could have been a whole different outcome on the whole deal. But luckily, he's listening to what I'm telling him, and we're both, parked safely. And we're going to get to go to bed tonight and wake up, and it's a new day tomorrow, and we're gonna go through. We had a little instance this morning. It wasn't a big deal. I'm not telling on him or anything, but he understands things are happening, and things happen out here. If you drive long enough, things are going to happen to where you understand what people are trying to say to you. So we needed to be over in the right lane. People are trying to get in the left lane. So he's got his blinker on, he's looking in the front, he's looking on the side. The guy in the front jams on the brakes. You know which one I'm talking about now. A's trying to get over to the right, there's a car there, and the guy in the front jams on the brakes. So now everybody's just all, boom, combined together, And so A had to get on the brakes. These people are trying to get over. That guy's not going anywhere. We need to be over in the right lane. So luckily things worked out, and no harm, no foul. Nobody got hit, nothing, or anything like that. But it was kind of a hairy situation for just a little bit. So he's starting to see different aspects of the job, and the way that people, when you're in your car, you're not thinking about these things because you're just doing your own little thing in your car. Driving one of these, people sit and watch it on YouTube, and then they come out here and they realize, man, it's a whole different program. So all in all, though, I got no complaints. You got any complaints?
Nope.
I don't have any complaints with him. He's doing good, man. He understands. He's a grown enough man, which some of these people don't get it, but he's a grown enough man that when I say something to him, it's nothing personal. I'm trying to make him better as far as what he's doing. And, on this phase right here, you've only got a short amount of time to squeeze as much into him as you can to get him ready to test, and then to have him ready so that when the next guy gets him, I hand him off to the next guy or girl or whoever gets him, trainer-wise anyway, that he is well molded to what he needs to do so that he can go on to do that and be comfortable with driving. If the guy or girl or whoever wants him just to take off driving, he's comfortable doing that. He's comfortable making turns. He's comfortable with his back, and he's comfortable with everything that he's doing. The backing will come with time as far as getting better. But that way he's comfortable all the way around so that he knows how to read the GPS. He can sit in the seat and just take off and go. If the individual goes to bed, he's comfortable with what he's doing. And that's what we're trying to get him at. And he's almost there. And by the next week when we test him out, he's going to be right there where he needs to be. As he's driving along, I'm asking him, man, I may go for 30 miles and not say nothing. I'll say what that sign say. Before he's like, man, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. Now he's popping them right off. What that sign say? Bam, this. What exit we at? Bam, this. And he's spitting them right out. So he's paying attention to everything now. And so things are going good, man. Anyway, listen. I hope everybody has a great night tonight. I'm sorry I didn't make a video yesterday. We get busy in life doing things. If you're driving tonight, be safe out there. Keep the shiny side up, rubber side down. And don't forget to tell the ones at home that you love them, because we're not promised another day out here on the road. And this is a dangerous job. So, hopefully we see each and every one of you tomorrow. One more thing. I've had a lot of you ask me about my driver code and stuff like that. There's a link in the description of the video. It's got the recruiter I work with, phone number, email, name, and then my driver code underneath there. So if you're thinking about coming to Prime and you're interested, please put me down as a referral if you want. If not, that's fine too. But there is a link in the description. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And sorry, I was waving at the guy next to us. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.